Hey, I'm KIC, and welcome to The Last Leviathan from Superpunk Games. I'm gonna try and blow that house up right there. Ah, crap, right over it. That stinks. We're playing with a review copy provided by Superpunk Games today, so thank you, Superpunk, for providing the key to this game, which is kind of described in some ways as Besiege on the Sea. So, obviously, I'm a terrible shot and can't seem to figure out what in the world I'm doing. And that's in part because as the boat rocks here, that actually affects where your cannons are firing from. That affects your angle, so I got to figure that one out. I mean, obviously, if I pull my sail down a little bit here and maybe curl this guy up a little bit, it'll help settle my boat, although the seas are fairly rocking here. I think they're listening to Van Halen or something like that. I am just a terrible shot at this. I mean, look at that. Keep firing into the water. I kind of wish I could actually figure out the aiming better. It's funny. The game tells you, watch your indicator on the firing indicator on the mouse, and it'll kind of tell you when to fire. Yeah, I think if I do it now, it's okay. Look at that. All right. Blew that house up. All right. So right now, this game is not technically available. If you are watching the day this is posted, the game will be available in just a couple days in early access. So it should go without saying that this game is in nowhere near completed state. Actually, it has quite a few things that will be added as the days go on, but for right now, it is not completed. And we're going to go ahead and just head on over to this island over here, assuming I can kind of get through the wind. That is a bit of a problem here. I'm kind of sailing straight into the wind, and as you might imagine, that's not really the best direction to go when you are on a nice ship that has nothing but a big sail. There are no engines as far as I know. So we're just going to go ahead and power on through the water here. All right, so we have made it to the island, and of course there's something up there firing at me, which is not really good. I don't know that I'm going to actually be able to hit that one. That is in such a crappy place for me right now, and I have nothing but rocking and rolling ship here, so I don't know. I got to figure out how to play this game. I am terrible at it. Even though I've been trying for quite some time now, it's just not coming together for me. I don't know if that's just me or if it is just plain difficult to aim. I really can't say. And look at that. I've actually beached my ship. That's awesome. Here, let's hit the dock, set sail, and see if it'll let me get off of the beachhead. Oh, no, my ship just exploded. Well, that's inconvenient. Let's try that again. Can I get going now? All right, there we go. I don't know where I'm at, but I think I'm about where I started originally. That's okay. Let's go ahead and head over to this side of the island, which, or this particular island, which ought to be full of all sorts of things shooting at me. I should also mention, for the life of me, I am missing where to invert the mouse. So every time I move my mouse up and it turns up, it is confusing the crap out of me. So I'm really struggling with that right now. As we're coming onto this island here, you can see way up there, if I can get the water out of the way, there's a big, I don't know, lighthouse or something. I'm just going to take a couple shots at it because I can. I'm probably not going to get anywhere near close to hitting it, but actually that's reasonably close. If I slow down, maybe I can actually tag that, but that's okay. We don't need to spend all day doing that. In fact, I want to just show you how quickly and how terrible I am, how quickly I can get destroyed and how terrible I am. That's what I would like to show you. Then we're going to play with a few more things, and I'll show you kind of the rest of the stuff that this game has going on in its current mode. Like I said, it is in early access, so things will be added as we go along here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to tag those. Nope. Yeah, I'm just going to get absolutely wrecked by these cannons over here. It's not even fair. It's funny. I can't even tell you how many hours I've put into playing Pirates or Pirates Gold back in the day on, oh wow, Atari, no, not Atari, on Commodore 128D, on DOS and Windows 3.1, you name it. I played Pirates Gold, Windows 7, probably in Windows 8, I don't know. I mean, I am not unfamiliar with going broadside and hitting stuff, but apparently I don't know how to do anything in this game. So there you go. That's how quickly I just got wrecked right there. I probably should avoid multiplayer right now because I'm about to explode entirely. Oh, look at that. I'm still going. That's a shame. I was hoping I would die. Let's go back to the dock. So this right now is the creative mode where you can basically do anything you want for the most part. So in the same sense of Besiege as where you can do a variety of different stuff, you can maybe go over to here And you can pick up, oh, I don't know, let's do, I don't even know. What would you want to do? You want to do a triple cannon 3? Let's do triple cannon 3. We're going to go ahead and put this guy, I don't know, where do we want to put that one? Maybe right there. So we have a gun that fires straight ahead, or a cannon that fires straight ahead. This is not a gun. I apologize. I should have never said that. That is such the wrong word. There we go. Let's go ahead and set sail with the new and improved Marie Rose. I don't know if it's actually improved. I'm actually in a really bad spot for this right now. Now, the fun thing is with these these triple cannons, they essentially fire like miniguns. So if I can see what I'm aiming at here, you got to kind of charge it up, and then theoretically you can fire at stuff. So I see them charging. There they go, and they're firing away. And I have once again managed to miss every single thing that I aimed at, because that's how terrible a shot I am at this game. It is, I said, I don't know if I'm just terrible or it is just insanely difficult. But either way, that was not the way to do things right there. There we go, firing those guys again. I do like the look of those guns when they fire, though. I mean, look at that, just blasting away. It's pretty awesome. This is the kind of gun I need. I need a machine gun, or the closest equivalent I can get to a machine gun, because look at this. Look how terrible I am. I think I've actually kind of knocked those guys down, finally. Now, let's go ahead and go back to the dock. We can look at just some of the other stuff, too. So you got different movement options. We kind of do have some propellers, so we can, you know, maybe add some additional props so that theoretically this thing can move a little quicker. I don't know. Might actually be running out of what I can put on here right now. Not actually able to see that one spot right there. I would like to put one right there. Maybe I just can't. I don't know. Ah, there we go. I could put one right there, but I don't think that's actually going to make it in the water. That's okay, though. Maybe I could... I was going to say maybe I could just get rid of one of these guys here, but I don't know. That's okay. We don't need to worry about that right this second. I'm not going to build a whole new one, but a barrel of rum might be fun. I think we do need to have several barrels of rum on this ship. That way we can, you know, keep our sailors nice and satisfied, because, you know, they need rum. Without rum, your sailors aren't going to do anything. That's just, that's a simple fact. You all know that. So we'll go ahead and throw some rum down. A couple different keel types, different decking types, which is kind of nice. You can put armor and stuff on here. So all these spikes would be great to go basically smash into someone. I mean, theoretically, we could do something like put some armor here. I mean, we do have a limit, so it's not like you can do infinite amounts of this stuff. You might notice that I'm using up some power. So every time I put something down here, it is taking additional power to do this. So just for giggles, let's go ahead and set sail one more time with our, again, new and improved Marie Rose. I cannot turn. Let me zoom out here so I can see what's going on. And maybe I can go ahead and turn so I can blast those guys. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Let me slow down. I do like the cannons up front. Those are just a lot of fun. I mean, said, I don't have anything against broadside. I'm actually a big fan of broadside, but that's where I put the minigun cannons, and I thought those would be kind of fun to play with initially. Oh, charge that one up. We only have one remaining. The rest of them all got destroyed. All right, so we actually have destroyed a few things. Go figure. Now, if I look here and just take a quick gander, I have taken on a wee bit of water. Not a whole lot. Just a tiny bit. I mean, you know, not much. It's just flooding the entire deck. Minor details like that. Now, there are guns still up there that are firing big old cannons. But let's go ahead and ignore them, and let's check out some other stuff, too. So back in our creative mode, we can do something else. We can load this guy right here, and we can set sail on this massive behemoth of pontoon cannon badness. And I think that's actually the front right there. There we go. So we can kind of check that out with all those blades. And I'm just going to see if I can turn it in time here. I don't know. We do have big flaming guns up front. It looks like they might shoot fireballs of some sort. Now, let's see if our propellers can put us in reverse here. There we go. And then I'm just going to try and see if I can get those guys way up there. I don't think that's really going to happen. But, you know, whatever. We can give it a whirl. So basically, one of the good things, since it is a ship, you just basically set your sail. You go forward, 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 and you don't need to really worry about, you know, adjusting your speed. You have set full sail and full propeller, so, you know, it's all good. If you want to go backwards, then, you know, you just adjust likewise. Set everything to go back, and then you're good to go. You don't need to worry about your left, rights, or you only need to worry about your left, rights, rather. I can't actually speak. Now, I don't know if I'm really going to be able to hit that guy up there. Oh, there we go. That's the angle I needed, but that is a very slightly inconvenient situation there, because now I'm just spinning in a circle, which is not really what I wanted. Ah, crap. And there we go, and it is destroyed. So if we go back one more time into the dock, we can do some other stuff here too. So we can browse the workshop straight from the game. Now, you're not seeing this because I actually, you know, the way I'm recording, I'm not actually getting all this, but just for giggles, we're going to download a new one. So theoretically, if I go back to the game now and I go to workshop, there we go. I just added the Wall of Terror. Now, this is something that someone has created. I totally missed who created it. My apologies. I think this is actually a user creation. I'm not 100% certain. The ones that I was looking at before were created by Superpunk Games. Holy crap, look at this. This is ridiculous. They're actually using barrels as a means of flotation here, which is quite interesting. Look how many guns there are. Oh, wow. And I know they're not guns, they're cannons, but look at that. That is just ridiculous. Here, let's just light this up if we can. Wow. That is actually really interesting. It is weighted so far back when it is moving that, oh, that is actually super interesting. I actually think this is a really interesting design here. Oh, wow, look at that. Let's see if we can get rid of the rest of that boat, house, ship thing. I don't know. It's a house. I know what it is. I just can't tell. Come on. I need you to wave forward a little bit. Nope, nope, nopity nope. Not quite what I was going for, but that's okay. This has, there we go. There it went and demolished. So let me show you one more thing here. This is the Battle Seas mode, and technically speaking, I am breaking the rules of this mode by bringing this ship in. Now, there are a couple of additional modes in this game. As I mentioned earlier, there will be a variety of other things, multiplayer, a full campaign, etc. So some of those things aren't yet in the game, but this one is the Battle Seas mode, which, as best I can tell, involves additional ships. And here, let's see if we can use the telescope to see what's over there. There we go. That is the pirate Juan Turgis. And I have, let's see, he's a power rating of unknown. And it looks like he's a cog class, or rather, that's what we're supposed to be playing on. Now, I'm playing on the ridiculously overpowered class. I'm not really sure what this one is called at the moment, but we'll go ahead and fire some cannonballs at Pirate Juan Turgis there. I think that's what the name was. And I think we're firing right over him, like way over him. So that's actually not good. There we go. That's going to move the ship forward a little bit. It's going to change its weight distribution. And theoretically, we should be raining cannonballs on top of the pirate momentarily here. Ah, crap. I'm totally missing him. All right, well, that is the one problem with this ship here is that it is not really well balanced. So, you know, it's just kind of firing all sorts of heights and lobbing things way over the top of everything, which is not good. How have I managed to miss that guy? Wow, I don't know how I did, but that was actually really cool looking. Let's try that again. That was a lot of fun. I want to see what that looks like. So if I fire off a bunch of cannonballs and switch to my telescope, look at that. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is good stuff. Let's go ahead and see if we can sink this guy. I mean, this is kind of ridiculous. I am so not even hitting him. It is just kind of pathetic. Ah, there we go. I think I have completely annihilated, or just about completely annihilated, the Pirate Juan Turgis. I don't know what actually happens now. Yeah, I think you fell apart there, buddy. So theoretically, there are more pirates around, and I can go and fight them. Now, technically, there is one other mode that is basically a one-on-one mode, and in that one, you can basically load up a ship, any ship, it doesn't matter, and you can load up any other ship to fight against, and again, it doesn't matter. Pick and choose your battles as you see fit. And, there we go. Take that, pirate. Battle won. Oh, look at that. No medal awarded because I used a crappy ship. Well, I didn't use a crappy ship. I used a ridiculously overpowered ship. There's another pirate right over there. So theoretically, we can go ahead and rain some cannonballs on this guy. This little pontoon of destruction does not move very quickly, but I gotta say, it is pretty darn effective. It needs more propellers or something. It needs a jet engine on the back, I think. But anyway, this here is the Last Leviathan. Like I said, it is in early access, or it will be momentarily, depending on when you're watching this. And if you are interested in it, go check it out on Steam. You can put it on your wish list, all that sort of good stuff. You will be notified when it is available. Nice and handy-dandy feature there that there is. And basically, we will be coming back with this game as more stuff is added, and maybe as I get around to playing with Creative a little more and get a better understanding of how it works, and maybe able to make my own interesting stuff. Because right now, right now I think this is kind of a good introduction to the game. And you can see there is definitely a lot of crap going on here, although it appears I have run out of cannonballs or something, because look at that. All my cannons are rotating, but nothing is happening. So I think the pirate, whichever you are, I cannot switch to my my telescope. Did it get blown up? Nope, it did not. I'm not sure why I can't switch to my telescope now, but apparently it's broken. So anyway, I guess we won't look at that guy. But that's going to be it for right now. Like I said, we'll be checking back on in this one as the days roll on and as the development rolls on. So till then, thanks for watching. See you later.